Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We are continuing on our journey to space. Let's see, this morning I just posted a couple of videos there. That was me just testing going to space and the approach. It kind of hit or miss. I really don't know. When you leave the Earth and you get to space, there's a transition there. And depending on how that transition likes to happen, I guess you could say, will the spaceship could just do absolute random things. So yeah, so that's what we saw there. It did random things. My jet engines broke as soon as I got to space, or my rocket thrusters or jet engines here broke. And then when I got to the moon, as you could see there, it seemed like I wasn't able to approach. I had to reload. I had to reload a lot just to be able to get to where I was. So yeah, I don't know what they can do about that. I'm not too sure if they can even fix it. I don't know. Because there's a lot going on, right? Computer's processing a lot, and then it transitions, and you know, maybe some of that data gets lost. I don't know. Anyways, so the solution I came up with was just save. As soon as you get to space, save, and then as soon as you start going and you get closer to the moon and everything's good, I highly recommend saving again. Before you get to the moon, save. Because there's a couple of transition points there in space while you're traveling, and it's those transition points where the game just seems to have issues. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. So I'm still enjoying it 1000%. Yeah, so I've been working on just doing a little bit. Haven't been doing too much. Let's see, we'll go inside. I organized the inside a little bit, put in a wall, put in these couple of workstations. Don't know what they're going to be. And then, yeah, just this little crew area with a couple of beds in it. And then medical bay over here with a few beds in it. Same kind of setup. So today I'm just going to be adding medical supplies. And maybe I'll attempt to build like a cabinet in here or something. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to change the location of the windows, you know. And I don't know if I'm going to need a crawl space to get back here. You know. I'm not sure. If we happen to crash. Oh, that's weird. It's sealed on that side, but it's open on that side. Are my wings not equal? Oh, does this come down? What's going on here? Does this come down one more on that side? It's just that block there, I think. Yeah, so today's video, like I say, nothing spectacular. What did I do here? Probably just that. Actually, it's probably good now. For that side, is that right? I don't even know. It might be equal, might not be. All right. Yeah, and then so for the door, what I ended up doing is adding these hard points. One thing I found that really worked was using these connectors. These large connectors work really well. If you have moving parts, I was using these, and then I discovered these smaller connectors. The smaller connectors seem to work, but it just seemed that like I mean, depending on what's going on. These large connectors do a far better job. I don't know why. Maybe that just has to do with the force that's involved. Oh yeah, I can always change this too, eh? Look at that. That's cool. I didn't know you could just select the... I'll have to figure that out. Haven't played around with that part of the game yet. Right, so the first thing I wanted to explain, I'll just show here. I was working on the airlock, and I know yesterday when I put this video out, we tested the airlock on the moon, and I was missing some decimals. So what I did here is I just added the decimals. So now what I need to do, I installed an airlock here in the back. So I'm just going to edit this here. I'll explain how to add the decimals. All right, and this is going to be space, and this can be inside. And what was this, balance? Is that right? Let's check this other one. See what I did. Ship, space, and balance. All right. So we need our space barometer, which is right here. And then we need our inside barometer, which we'll put here. Oh, and then we need a ship. Okay, I've got one right there. But I can't actually... What am I doing here? I don't want to use that one. All right. We have pressure. That's going to be inside. And then our balance is... what did I hook up for the balance on this one? I know I put one in here. It's like, why? I don't know if I necessarily needed that. Because it's just, we'll use it. I guess, well, you can use it anyways. Here, I'll put one in here. We don't necessarily need one here, just as long as we're balanced. Anyways, okay, so this is the ship. And then we have that's already connected. So we'll go into the microcontroller and we'll go into our Lua block. Channel 3. Channel 3 is space. So 1 is inside and 2 is balance. So inside, and this one's balance. And then we need one for space. That'll be input number 3. Oh, space, just like that. So it's reading our inputs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're creating we're just drawing those inputs onto the screen. And then what do we want that set? Say 14, I think is what I said for that. This is going to be inside. And this is going to be balance. And this is going to be space. All right, so here we have our, let's change that to 14. These are our numbers. So these text boxes don't really do anything. I'm just lining them up with the numbers. It's the number boxes that actually are the working component here. So we have this funny little percent, and then a decimal point, and then a 0 and an F. So this 0 represents how many decimal points you want to have in your number. So I will change that to 4. And we're going to update that, and then we will update that. Then we'll go and take a look at it, and we'll see that run through the ship here. There we go. And now, if we look at the barometer, we're four zeros after the decimal point, and now we have 4 zeros after the decimal point. So that gives us, we're accurate now. We're absolutely accurate. So the other thing I was going to do was the gas level. I mean, you could make this monitor bigger, and you could actually separate the CO2, the oxygen, and the nitrogen, and you can have those pop up on the screen. I think I'm going to do that later on. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make another monitor here, and I guess I could do that today. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do that on the stream or not. Yeah, and essentially what I'll do is I'll just make another monitor, and it'll just have these measurements on it, and we'll color it. Oh, lunar rover requires surfacing on the moon. Hey, we can go to the moon. Yeah. So now we have this airlock here. I don't know if those did anything, the landing lights. I think that was a button for here. So then we can open up the... oops. Oh, did that not work? Oh. What am I missing here? All right. Actually, probably what I'll do is one of those stations in the hallway. I'll make one of those stations. Yeah, that seems a bit better. Into a like a ship. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll probably do that later on tonight or something. I'll record it. I don't know if I'll do it live, but I'll record it. Just sometimes when I'm editing in that. Like I say, with the kids, sometimes I can't spend a whole lot of time at the computer, and I have to get up and do other things. So, yeah, I think one of these stations is going to be like a ship monitoring. So this will be like the statistics for the inside. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have little different areas and different measurements. I like that. And then maybe we'll have, I don't know, we'll have to figure something else for this station here also. That's going to need to get painted. Right? So I was testing this right now, our bay. Hold on, let me also get my phone up and running. So that way if anybody's chatting, I don't have a separate monitor. Oh, sorry, I missed you, Mr. Horn there. I didn't have my my phone on. Yeah, just doing general maintenance on this one here. Just checking it out. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if I don't catch you in the chat, I don't have a separate monitor. So I'll just show you on Streamlabs here. We have this chat window, but I can only see that in this window here. When I'm actually in the game, I can't see that chat window. So if people come in and they start chatting, I actually have to have it open on my phone or on my TV. Sometimes I'm watching YouTube on my TV, and then I'll see people's comments, and that's how I'll be able to respond. I'm hoping, soon here I'll be able to improve my setup a little bit, but it is what it is for now. So if I don't get the in the chat, I'm really sorry, but it is definitely not intentional. So yeah, so this is what we have now. We have our I don't know which one. This is kind of like our landing bay area. So what I want to do is I want to try and add some lights to this. Ooh, something's going on with the spaceship. What's going on here? It just doesn't like me being on the doors, I think. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. We'll see, maybe the end of the month here, I'll just pick up something. I'll go to London Drugs or whatever, and they usually got little 15-inch monitors. They're cheap. They're like $25 or something. I get a little TV or something. Or I'll just plug in the computer to the TV, and then that way I don't have to worry about it, and just tell the kids to bugger off. Daddy's got the TV and the computer. Go play somewhere else. Yeah. All right. So, and the other thing we need to add is like a generator for on the moon. I know I have all these solar panels, and I could add more solar panels, but I'd really like to have a small. Just something maybe down here. Maybe I'll build like a little modular engine. I don't know about a modular engine. Let's see here. All right. That's right. Go away. It doesn't. They rebel. It doesn't really work. It's not that easy sometimes. They'll rebel on you, and then you're outnumbered sometimes. Yeah, and so the other thing too, I was going to mention, all this weight that I'm adding. So the fuel that I had in here to get to the moon was calculated with the one little vehicle that I had originally in this bay. And now that I've added this vehicle and the doors and some more things, I'm finding that I'm actually running low. I'm actually getting really low on fuel. So at some point here, I might add some more. I'm gonna have to add some more tanks. It's really hard to calculate. It's really hard to calculate the fuel needs. What I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna save this there, Sir Horn. Is I'm gonna show you. You're asking me about the trash can. I wanted to show it, just to show you what it looks like. So we have to go over to the other. This was the first spaceship I ever built. They introduced space, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build this. Took me a long time to sort it out. I don't even know if it'll still work with the updates, but we could try. I gotta go way over here. All right, this is the build area. It's massive, 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 right? So then we're gonna load, let's see, where is it? There it is. This bad boy right here. Yeah, you see how big this thing is? It's huge. It's massive. It's got cranes on it. Yeah. This beast right here. It's got these modules. I'll spawn it in. It's got these modules. This thing is awesome. If I could take... It's made it to the moon. I'll definitely try again. It takes about an hour to get to the moon in this thing. It's very slow. Oof, yes. So, and then it's got these, let's see here. It's all locked into place. So I was telling you about these couplings. I had to use these couplings. It was the only thing that would hold the cranes in place while I was going to the moon. It took a lot. So, yeah, I don't even know anymore. It folds out, right? It folds out, and it's supposed to go up. Well, you know, I don't even know anymore. Left, right. Whoops. I don't know what I did. Oh, I see. 5. Is that 5? Well, I've buggered up the crane already. So what I'm going to do is I'll respawn it here, and then I'll launch it. I'll show you the... we'll launch it. Yeah, I wanted to build a full stage. I guess I could double this up, build a full, like a 2-stage rocket or a 3-stage rocket, right? And then as you can see, it's got the bins on there. One of those bins is a truck. 2 of those are habitat, or one's a habitat and one is a generator. Okay, and then I had these platforms on here. Built these platforms here. Wasn't working. Oh. All right, up is down and down is up. This thing's cool. This thing is really cool. It doesn't have the life support or anything in it, and I think there's still some pipe work that needs to be done. Oops. Yeah, there's your view. Yeah, I need the weights and stuff. It's the balancing act, right? The balancing act. So, power. Let's see, launch valves. Open engine. Right, so we have our launch, and then we have our deep space. I don't even know how that works. And then moon gas, I guess. There we go. It's impressive. Like, it just takes off, right? It goes. It's got eight main engines on it, and it just like that. It's smooth. This will take us all the way to the moon, no problem. It's got plenty of gas in it. Yeah, right. Well, that's what I was saying. I was gonna make it like a ship, because up until this point, all I had done was build ships, right? And I was gonna put foghorns on it and all that stuff, just kind of like. Yeah, it's smooth. This thing doesn't move at all. It's so smooth. And then when you land on the moon, it's the same thing. You just flip over as you're going down. Turn on the stabilizers, and it'll make sure that you're straight going down, and it'll land right on the moon, no problem. That's how fast we're going through gas. So now I don't know. I think it's a deep space gas is the next one. So I gotta wait this. It'll either go automatically or it won't. I can't remember if it does on this one. This one is. It's not that it's too big. It's the. Wow, I guess it is that it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. This was going to be my base, and the only issue that I had with it was actually the vehicle. You see the truck there. That truck really doesn't work on the moon. So if I replace that truck with the RCS thing that I built, this would actually be pretty good, actually. And then how do you get it back to Earth, right? Would be my thing. So this would go to the moon and it would stay there pretty much. I'd probably have to put on an escape pod or something on it that would, let's see, if we do deep space gas, maybe? No, let's turn that off. Space 2. Yeah, I think we have to go to... Uh-oh. And then same thing, you basically have to manually pilot this thing to the moon, essentially. Just like that. You're pretty much fighting it the whole way. It's cool though. I like it. It's cool. Something like that. If we could line that up there, we'd be all right. Yeah, I kind of gave up on it. It was so big. I kind of gave up on it. It's because it needs life support systems, and it needs all that stuff still, right? So I could revive it, but I have the shuttle. When I built the shuttle, I thought, okay, yeah, I've got it made, right? No, you're right. It does get boring. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. When all the things I build, there's lots of buttons everywhere, this and that, just to keep things going, right? And I also thought, like, we don't really know what changes are coming in 2024 for Stormworks. So right now, you spawn a tank and it has gases in it. Maybe in the future that might not be the case. And the amount of gas that it takes. I did the calculations. If you refined the fresh water to try and fill this thing up, okay, it's 100,000 units of fresh water to make a half a tank of gas and 1 tank of oxygen. And that thing's got like 30 or 40 tanks on it. So you need like 10 million liters of fresh water in order to get the gases that it would take just to fill that up. And if you, the time that it takes to get that much gas with the electrolyzer, it's basically impossible. Even if you had 1,000 electrolyzers going, it would still take you 100 or 200 or 300 hours just to refine the gases to fill it up so you could get one shot. So that was kind of my other thing too. I was like, okay, I started crunching those big numbers and I thought, man, I don't know what their plan is. You know, they give us all this stuff and they tell us, okay, try and use it. And I tried to use it in that way and I found it was just, currently it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to try and make the fuel. You just can't. So I don't know what changes they're going to make, but I really hope that they don't I really hope they consider that and they allow us to calculate those numbers properly, because it'll really make space challenging if we're not able to do that. Oh, whoops. So yeah, that's that. Well, a huge tank takes about 3,500 units of gas. And when you look at the, what is it? The Electra. Well, here, let's just here. Let's just go new vehicle. Yeah, and then here we're gonna do this. We'll just do a quick example, even. Whatever, 7 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I don't think it really matters how big the container is. And then what do we need? The electrode thingy? What is it? Oh, there it was. I saw it. We need this thing, the hydrogen electrolyzer. Unless they tweaked it, I don't know. When I tested it out the last time, it was... Okay, and then... What do we have here? Hydrogen, and we have our oxygen. All right. And we'll take 2 huge tanks. Oh, we'll have to do this here. I guess it's the kind of stuff we should be doing on the live stream. Tests, explanations. Okay, so this one here is going to be air. Or oxygen, I should say. So then what we're going to do is we're going to set the tank to oxygen. Set this one to hydrogen. All right, and then, I don't know, does it matter what kind of battery we use? We'll just do that for now. See if that's going to be enough to... And then we need a button to turn it on, right? All right, so we'll spawn that in. Yeah, you see the capacity of the huge tank? It's 3,500. So then we turn that on. Oh, you know what I forgot to do here, actually? I should probably spawn some fresh water inside. And let's get rid of that hole. Like I say, maybe they changed it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they did or not. There, so we turn it on. Oh, wow. They did change it. Big time. There you go. Well, look at the tank content. And then you see the capacity, right? So we're filling up, what is that? 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. It takes like 10 seconds to get 1 unit. And we have to go 3,500. What is that, an hour? It's going to take an hour to fill that up? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, you see the tank content versus the capacity? That's what I was talking about. And then as the tanks gain pressure, less and less fuel is forced into the tanks. I don't know if this has to do with... Oh yeah, I guess it has a little bit to do with the charge, but I don't think it's just run a stopwatch. But there, so now you're looking at that, right? So you can imagine what is that, like 10 minutes a tank, let's say, approximately, if it can even fill up, right? At this, I don't know, I should get a stopwatch, I guess. All right, let's try that. Let's see if we can amp this up here. Give ourselves plenty of capacity. All right. My largest ship has about this many batteries on it, so we could pretend like this is my largest size ship. The LNG ship that I made for this purpose. Okay, and then he was saying pumps, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we may as well run these in 2, 3, 4, 5. That. All right, now I think that is fluid in. All right, so 1 and 2. All right. Yeah, it is pretty slow for gas. No, I agree. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they'll tweak it or not, because I mean, even the space, just the shuttle that I have has like 20 tanks on it. Oh, and then what I want to do is let's replace this with windows, and then that way we can see if we're losing water also. Which I think I would assume we should be. We should be. Oh. All right, I'm not gonna go down the whole side then. Slow. All right. Put a button on there. Oops. dial. Let's get 2 dials. They don't matter, just for tank content. Tank content. Tank content. Maybe we could do one for pressure, but we can always look at it and then it'll spawn that in. So it's full of water. Oh yeah, that's a lot faster. Look at it moving though. Not much. I mean, it's faster, but you know. I don't understand why this whole thing is moving. Look at it. That's new. That what are the update they just put in? This stuff started doing this, and I suspect anyways, just kind of frustrated with all this kind of stuff. I suspect it has to do with these. Now you have to put friction pads on everything, which is kind of stupid. There. It's trying to move, and I don't know why. Do you see it? Why is it trying to move? So yeah, Stormworks has got some real issues still. I don't know why, but it's got some issues. So as you can see, we're getting more. I think it's 2-to-1 hydrogen and oxygen. Look at it just wobbling away. Holy moly. Yeah, it could just be, could be wind. No idea. No idea. It's something though. It's something. Could be the weight, the tanks. I like that. It could be the water inside. Maybe there's some different physics going on now that there's water in here. Oh, we are consuming water as well. You can see the water going down. Neat. So eventually we're gonna run out of water. And now it's gonna slow down, right? So that top electrolyzer is gonna stop. What are we? We're at 100 of 3,500. So not even 10%. And we're already slowing down. No, the wind cuts through walls. It doesn't work that way in Stormworks. Wind cuts through walls. It cuts through everything. That's why sometimes when you spawn your vehicle in, it'll start sliding sideways, and you're wondering why. And if you check the map, there will be wind, and it's actually the wind will move these things. Yeah, so there, as you can see, now I don't know what the volume of water is, but we're almost at half. We've almost consumed half of this entire tank of water, and we're not even a tenth of the way through. And that's hydrogen, which is 2-to-1, and the oxygen. Look, this oxygen is 2-to-1, so we're getting half oxygen as we are the hydrogen. Obviously, that's probably the way it is when you separate water. Anyways, it's probably scientifically right. I don't know. But 350 would be 10%. So if we can get to 10%, we're probably going to be at 50%, which we're already at 50%. And we haven't even been able to achieve 10%. So let's see the actual volume. Nope, we want a let's see the actual volume in the chamber. All right. It's 47,000 units of water. So 23,000 units of water didn't even get us 350 units of hydrogen. All right. So I'm just gonna I'll save this as water example. Okay. And then I'm gonna load. I'll just load the moon shuttle. And let's see how many tanks we got here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 24. That's 29. Let's see, 29 and 24 is, what is that, 53? Okay. So I've got 25 tanks of oxygen to fill, and I've got 25 tanks of hydrogen to fill. So, yeah. I basically need to drain the ocean. Or a lake, several lakes. You know what I mean? Like, so right now it's impossible. I wanted to build a truck, like you were saying, right? Make it more modular. Build a vehicle that stores gas that we can bring here, that we can fill up the rocket ship. But right now it's just impossible. The way that they have the numbers set up is just impossible. So, hopefully they're going to change that in 2024. I don't know. Maybe somebody can suggest it on GeoMeta that they change those numbers so they're like more, you know. 1 hydrogen tank in 50 minutes? Yeah. So I've got 25. So what is that? 25, 26 hours? And you remember, you're only getting half of that for oxygen. So now you're 50 hours for oxygen. So it would take 50 hours nonstop just to get one ride out of this thing with the current numbers. It makes no sense, right? So I know they tested it and whatever they claim they tested it and all that, but how do you justify those? How do you justify those numbers? They're irrational, right? Those numbers are irrational. So, yeah. So anyways, that's it for now. So hopefully, hopefully they do that. And I mean, I play this game a lot. Don't get me wrong. But at the most extreme, I might play for 4 hours at any given time. Like yesterday, that 3.5 hour live stream. That's pretty extreme for me. So at 50 hours, that's 10 days. 10 or 12 days or 15 days of loading into the game and letting it refine while I'm playing around. And then that's like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't it's so unrealistic, right? So I really hope, fingers crossed, that the developers recognize those things and go, yeah, you know what? Maybe we should rethink that and make it a little more, because it would be nice, right? Pull in with a train or something and be able to refuel this. All right. So enough of that ranting and raving on. What are we doing now? We are trying to decorate, trying to finish this thing. So I was talking about turning this into a workstation, which gives us our statistics here. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, well, that's good. The fresh water to steam. That's good. All right, and then we'll take my stats microcontroller. I don't know where I want to stick this thing here. Maybe I'll do this for now, and then that way if I can change the size of it. Change the size of it. All right. So now what am I thinking here? What am I thinking? This is going to take a little. It's going to be a little fancy. It's going to take a little bit here. We go into Logic. We can go into our Lua script here. Oh, let's see here. We could have a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I want to get into this right now. Yeah, you know, like whatever it is, right? My hope is that they'll see that and they'll be like, yeah, you know what, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll change it. All right, so I was thinking, okay, this doesn't connect anywhere. What I really want to do is get this landing pad kind of figured out. So I haven't really been looking at. Let's see, we'll make these white maybe, and I'll have to get this. Have to get the spaceship out of here probably. I really don't know what the landing pad should look like, to be honest. Lights, maybe that would be. We could start. Let's start with that. Let's start with some lights here. So we could do that. Let's see here. Just go with the softer color. Well, I'll make them white for now. I'll paint them. All right, do I want any lights on the door? Probably, eh? This might be too many lights. Yeah, and I guess that would be the same if you're using the steam engine, right? It'd be nice to have a water truck or just we just can't carry the capacities. And that's one area I have yet to dabble in as well is the steam. Don't know anything about it yet. Oh, that's right. I was going to go there by refining my uranium. But they still haven't fixed the facility, so you can't. If you just have the core game, you can't get uranium. Unfortunately, I keep checking. All right, so let's save that. Spawn that in. Whoa. I had to upgrade the thrusters on the front too. So we'll take off these. Yeah. see how that's gonna look. Oh yeah, I'd be able to see that from a long ways away on the moon. I wonder what the drain on the electrical system is with that. Oh, I must have infinite electricity on here. Nope, I don't have infinite electric. Cool. Is that accurate though? Wow. I honestly didn't think this thing would be stable at that's weird. The altitude keeps changing. I didn't think this thing would be stable. Cool. So that means once I've landed on the moon, if I'm not doing anything, it should be reasonably all right. All right. So that works for that. A steam powered drill rig. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do I want to do here? I don't know, I'm running out of ideas. need to run some missions here. Doing too much building. Okay, maybe on this wall we will put our safety equipment here on this wall here. Oops. Maybe a defibrillator down below. Where are we here? Defibrillator. Right. Fluctuates with the waves. Okay. So now what I wanted to do is what? Because these things don't really work. No. One here, and one here. Well, a paintable indicator. And I want to do this here. So there's going to be a lot of I'm just kind of warming up, I guess. Just warming up my brain, waking up. I'm going to go make another coffee. Yes, I drink a lot of coffee. I'm just warming up my brain. I've been looking at a lot of pictures, a lot of sci-fi pictures, just to try to get some inspiration. Something like that. Just kind of like, it's just supposed to be like imaginary data, you know, instead of turning this into a monitor. It's just kind of maybe this will have a red button on it, you know. Actually, let's do this one here. All right, let's see how that looks. It is 1:30 p.m. here. The kids are still kind of on semi-break, I guess you could say. They return to school full time next week. So we're, still in vacation mode. Staying up late, being bad. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. It's like a little screen, I guess, with some diagnostics on it. Why not, right? Why not? And then we could... Just do that, and then that way they stand out, and then it looks like there's actual screens there. This area here, don't really know. It could just be eventually just be future storage or something. We could probably just block that right off, actually. Just like that. Okay. Nice. So that's the. I want to have that kind of in each little area. I want to have like just like a paint indicator. And a button. This is probably a little easier to handle than having little monitors everywhere. It's just having painted screens with pretend data on it. Oh no. Something like that. Alright, and then if I connect that to electricity, where's our section grid right here? I mean, I'm sure I could probably go in the workshop and find some paintable, some of these little blocks that some artists have, some real artists have gone through. Let's see, we'll copy that, but this is original, right? Let's see, we'll paste that there. Merge that. I just think it's neat. It is a space station, or a space thing after all. Shuttle. Yeah, cool. And maybe we'll have one more. We should have one more, maybe. Stick it in here. And then I'll put the other little monitor there. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's a really good idea. I like that. The buzzer. Yeah, okay, let's do that next. Let's see how that looks. This is one thing I haven't actually done. I wanted to do this on a lot of my builds, but I've just, like I said, as I mentioned before, I'm slow to sort of catch on. I'll do just a bunch of building just to figure it out. And my builds look very crude and very raw. And then what I'll do is I'll take the time later and I'll go over them and I'll refine them and make them. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. That's cool. That's kind of like a you know what I mean? That's cool. Each room, a little bit better than a monitor. Neat. Right? Yeah, I like that. That's cool. And same with that there. Very cool. Okay, so you're saying like a blinker signal on a buzzer, eh? Probably just hide that back here. There you go, and then every second. Beep. Beep. Or is that too slow? Let's try that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oops. Oh, I can barely hear it. Hold on, I'll pause this. That's not bad. Could be a bit louder though. Ooh, now it's silent. Now as you can hear is the whir of my computer. The volume is at 100%. Maybe I need more. Do I need more buzzers? Let's try more buzzers. Oh boy. Instead of we need more cowbells, we need more buzzers. Yes, I said it. Yes. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend you check that out. More cowbell. Yeah, they're pretty weak, and I have the sounds turned down low also because I have the music playing in the background and I'm talking in the microphone. So it's just the way that I have adjusted my levels as well. Turn the Stormworks sound down a little bit. I can always turn those levels back up. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's a lot louder now. That's pretty good. Nice. You know, and then what I could do is, let's turn the music back on. What we can do is what? I wonder if there's somebody probably has taken a microcontroller and made like one of those things, the heart thingamajigger doohickey McBobs you're talking about there. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. Thank you for the suggestion. That was pretty sweet. All right, so now let's go to the crew area. It's not much. It's not much in the crew area. Who knows? This will probably just be, I don't even know at this point in time. I'll have to spend some time and think. And really think here. Interiors is not really not design, not really my thing. It can be. It can be. Okay, well that's all right. I think what I want to do is I want to work on this. I want to work on that, but I don't. Let's see here. Let's see. I wonder how I can make this work. So we have our data coming in, and we're able to read and interpret that data. But maybe what I need to do is I wonder if I can take let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna have to oh yeah, a little some plants and stuff. That's good too. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I'm just going, okay, so we have our input. So what I want to do is I want to draw. I don't want to draw a text box, but I want to draw a text box that's full. And then we're using the input get number 1 and 2. Well, I wonder if I can change this. Just do that. Let's see if that. No errors detected. Draw, but this will be draw rectangle. Let's see here. Let's see. Draw rectangle full. And then we'll say 1. Oh, okay, before I do that, I just want to make sure that we can get these draw text box. Let's see here. Divided by 2. Maybe that'll work. I should actually, I should be doing this. Let's. No. What am I thinking? I'm going to erase this block here. I don't know. I have no idea what I did. I'm lost. I want to test this out, but I don't want to test it on the spaceship, because then I have to load the spaceship in every single time. I'd like to just, load a barometer, try to get what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a rectangle that's like half full based on one statistic, and that's the temp statistic, which is this one here, which I can just bring to whatever, this one here. All right, let's see if that's going to work. I don't do much Lua, so it's not like second nature like a lot of people. There's not much to it in Stormworks. It's limited. But if you use it all the time, it's fresh. I have to admit, I'm a drywaller by trade. So I can use a tape measure and all that kind of stuff, right? But when it comes to oops, that kind of stuff, it's not something that I use every day, right? So it's not a. Oh, I'll have to choose a color for that too, because I didn't set a color to it. So it might actually give me an error here. Let's see here. All right, now what I want to do is actually I want to see if that'll work. If I can get that number there. All right, let's do that. Let's update that. It should be 1-1 if that's the case. Yeah, that's good. Well, as I mentioned in one of my other streams there, my daughter, she's into Roblox, right? So I downloaded Roblox Studio. Took me a year to design those 2 games that aren't done. I'll finish them eventually, but they're pretty close. And that's where I learned my Lua was Roblox Studio. So yeah, there we go. Nice. Ooh, I really like that. That's the exact reading. Ooh, that's okay. So we're on to something. So now if I take this number and I say instead of drawing a text box, I want to draw a rectangle, which is this here, and then we need the X, the Y, and the width and the height. So if I just copy that, and then I do this, and I want it to be full. Oh, it should be white. And I want to see if I can divide it by 2, so it could be half. Let's try that. Yeah, so that was it. So I learned some Lua from doing the Roblox. What you learn your basic functions and all that sort of stuff, right? Learn how to print numbers and blah, 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 blah. Didn't show up. Maybe I have the alignment in there wrong. Let me check the size of it here. Let me see what I did. X and Y, width and height. The width is supposed to be the screen, and then the height is supposed to be 6.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Yeah, this is usually one of those things where I'll put on some coffee, middle of the night, or whatever. Play around. That's what we're doing, just playing around, learning. There is one YouTuber there who did an example. I could probably just look at and figure out and just see what he did there and just what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take this number, divide it by 2, and make that my rectangle. But maybe this is my should draw a rectangle full. Let's see here. And then we need a width and we need a height. So maybe it doesn't like the screen width, and we could just say 20 pixels and 6 pixels high. Maybe it'll like that. It was reading this number, so that should work. I know, yeah, I'm gonna make a little test platform. This will be the last time I do this, yeah. This is why it takes me so long to test stuff, right? Run through it, run through it, run through it. People wonder why I'm so quick in my videos. Yeah, it's just drawing clear. So I wonder if that's the draw clear. Okay, so let's just get a new vehicle here. We'll make a little. We'll follow the recommended suggestion here. Let's see. We'll get a block here. Whatever. Let's see. Stats. There we go. Then we need a barometer, just so we can get statistics in here. And then we need a monitor. Let's go with a 2x2. Alrighty, and I think that's it. This could go into temp. Oh, need a battery also. All right, there we go. Well, everything needs testing. Oh yeah. You wonder why when you watch me play, I'm so good at navigating through all my builds. That's why I've run through it a million times already. Oh, see, we set color here. I don't think we need this. We'll try that. And then we want to draw a rectangle. Let's just try drawing a full rectangle. Let's see here. Let's do that. And then we'll say 1, so it's on the left side of the screen. We'll offset it by 1 pixel, and it can be 14 pixels down from the top. We can take the width of the screen, and 6 will be our height. And we can say, give us the number temp and divide that by 2. Let's see if that works. Nope. I wonder if I need to have a color. I probably need a color, huh? Probably need a color. So I'll probably have to do set color. Right here. Which is this? You can have it variable, or you can have it. You can select the. I'll this isn't working. This isn't working. Why aren't you working? Oh, I wonder if I need these colors. What's going on here? What is going on here? Draw a rectangle. Yeah. But we want it filled. Draw a rectangle F. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, draw a rectangle F. That's where we want it. Let's get rid of this. And we'll just try that. We'll just draw the rectangle first. Update that. See if it'll draw us a rectangle. Yes, so there's the rectangle. There's the bar. So now what I want that bar to do is I want that bar to be a percent of that. So maybe after that, let's try that. It should be half. Or it should just give me the... Let's see. Yeah, as soon as I tell it to do that. Somewhere in there, somewhere, something I'm missing here. Something I am missing. Maybe the width. Probably the width, actually, here. Let's see, maybe instead of this. Maybe that's where it needs to be. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm using the... oh, there it is. Perfect. Haha! Yes, there it is. It's half of 1. This number is 1, right? So if we want to... Excellent. Yes, 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 yes. All right, let me explain what I did there. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right. So we have our function on draw. These are our variables. This is W is the screen width. H is the screen height. So we have our W here, which gives us our screen width. And I'm using 6 pixels as our height for our individual box. I could change that to H. And then what it will do is it will make the height the width of the screen. And that way it doesn't matter if you use a 1x1, 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. It'll determine the width in pixels and the height in pixels, and it will draw a text box according to that. So what I've done here is I've said for our width, meaning we want the rectangle to go this way, you're going to take this input, which is the temperature or whatever that is, and you're going to divide it by 2, and that is going to determine the length of the rectangle that you're going to draw. Nice. Nice. That's what I wanted to do. So why did I want to do that? I don't know. I guess now... I wonder... how I can, now I wonder how I can add to that. Should. Yeah, the width of the bar should change with the number. Let's figure that out. Let's figure that out. It should, just like that, actually. Instead of dividing it by 2. But what I should do is change this to a number that we can actually change, right? So if I, let's see, I'll turn one of these. I think I've got coal here that I can fill this up with, right? Temperature. And then what I'm going to do also is, let's make this just a little bit. Yeah, it should fill up across the screen. I'm not 100% on that. It should, but I'm not 100% on that. All right. Let's test it out, shall we? Oh, I need a hopper on the, or a funnel. Just so I can get rid of the coal. Yeah, if I don't figure this out here, I'll take a look at that video I was watching, and then I'll have it figured out right away here. Yes, so that's full. With this, as it empties, the rectangle should get smaller. Wait, is that because I have... There we go, infinite fuel's off. I don't know if it'll shrink. Maybe I have to do it as let's see. Maybe I have to do it like this. Because it's not reading the... It's just 1 or 0. So the rectangle will be full or it'll be empty. I guess that's okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? It can be 1 and 0. And then what I can do is I can set it so it's like percentages, right? So let's just fill that up to 8%. Let's just spawn that in. Oh, look at all the coals in there. Oh, look. It actually... maybe my my eyes deceive us. A lever? Yeah, I just a throttle, you mean? Guys, I'm not that smart. Come on now. All this fancy fancy stuff. Use a lever. Come on now. It's better with the coal, right? Make a mess. Look at that mess I made. Yeah. So it'll appear when this goes to 1 or 0.1, I guess. Yeah. As soon as you start getting stuff in there, it'll appear. All right. So why was it all the way across? Oh, so we could divide this by, yeah, do we want to do that? If we divide that by 2, maybe I have to put in our, I want to see. Let's do that. Let's see. See if we can get 2 different types of rectangles. Oh, that mess I made. Oh, look at all that coal there. No. By 10, you say. Yeah, that works. I like the suggestions. They're coming through really well. And then we'll put that into the temp, and then of course I'll have to get rid of the other. What I was thinking with this. Let's see. There we go. Spawn that in. Oh. There we go. That's cool. Look at that. And it'll go until it's as wide as the screen. Oh, that's cool. And it might even go further than that. Neat. Let's see. So if it's it would be 64 pixels, right? So if we multiply this by 64, it should in theory get us all the way across the screen. Oops. Yeah. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Right. Yeah. So now can connect that to a throttle. Ooh, I'm gonna add that to my ships now. That's very cool. Connect that to a throttle, then you can see you have that visual sort of reference as to where you are. And now, so what I'll do later on is I'll try and determine. I'll see if I can separate the pixels in the width into different colors. I should be able to. It's just a matter of finding of doing it. But yeah, there, as you can see, so you have to divide this number. Yeah, that's so cool. That's cool. So then, let's see. Let's test it out with the. Still want to test it out with the coal. Oh, you know what? Let's yeah. Let's do this here. Now that may not work. Let's see. See how that's gonna work. I wonder if I'm out of coal. Yeah. I must be getting low on coal because I wasted it all. There it is. So I guess similar to the bar graph. What you have to do is you take this input number, divide it by the number of pixels. Is that right? Is that right? If it's 64 pixels wide. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, anyways. Same thing I had to do with the bar graph. Right, it'll have to be whatever the value in here has to be equal to this distance. Right, so if it's 64 pixels, you have to take this, divide it by here, and that gives you, that's right, okay. So, I think that's right. No, because that number is smaller. Right. So it won't actually show up until you have enough. Oh, that's pretty cool. What else could we do that would be a better... I guess coal was the easy one. I could do the throttle too here. All right. Yeah, I think that's right. So, I don't know. Let's get a tank here. Let's get about... Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's kind of where what I was getting at with all this. I just wanted to see if I could make it so that way I could take this and that's right. I wanted to put it into the airlocks, and then I'm going to change the color of the this. Let's see here. I bet you if I do that, I wonder if I can. Oh, I don't know any different colors at this point in time. I guess I'll have to look up some Lua color codes. How are we going for time on this couple hours in, eh? Not even. All right, let's do a Google search for Lua color codes. Yeah. Gee, you can tell I looked that up a few times, huh? Let's see. Let's try coral. Let's choose a different color that I can actually try and see.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Oh, this has to be above. Right here.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
And then I'll have to change the number back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's so cool. Have fun. I'm having way too much fun here. Yeah, nice. Just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll take this divide and I'll put it inside the microcontroller, and that way we just have to connect it and it'll do it automatically. That is so cool. Yeah, and then probably what I'll also need is another variable, or another node. This will be temp here, but then we don't want that. We don't want that number divided by 64 going here. So what I might do is I might make another number like this instead of RPS, right? Copy. Oops. No. And we can say number 2 and like number 3, and this would be, I don't know, whatever. Gas, right? And this will be air. And then this right here will be air as an example. And then what I'll do is I'll make another node on the microcontroller. Which will be a number, and this will be just tank. All right, let's go back into here and let's get rid of this one because I don't want to confuse that. That's temp, and then we don't have gas. Eh? I don't think we need that, and I don't think we need that. Real simple. Just keeping this really, really simple. And now I should be able to connect this to here, and this should give us the amount in the tank and a percentage. Yeah, awesome. Just like that. Yeah, I'll need to make a draw function for each bar. And then I can have all 3 bars, right? We can have gas, I can have space, the ship balance, and I can have the all 3 different levels, right? And then I can also have, you know, hydrogen levels, everything. Cool. Well, that's awesome. That gives me lots to do now. Lots to do. So, we'll save this. I don't know. So then we take the moon shuttle. Oh, I wanted this to be for this station here, right? Yeah. And we'll put this over here. Now I can, oops, I already got one. Now I can work on this. So what do we want for input nodes? Let's see. This can be our oxygen, and this can be our XY, and this can be our nitrogen. It's a little confusing because I have like 26 tanks, so that might not work. But maybe we'll. Oh, jeepers. Maybe we will. Let's see here. Number. like that. Spaceship and balance. And then we have to go inside. Turn that to 3 channels. All right, channel 1, space. Channel 2, ship. Channel 3, balance. And we'll go into our Lua block. Oh, we need another number. Space, ship, and balance. Yeah, okay. Yeah, add them all together. Yeah. I'll probably do that tonight or later on when I'm not on the stream. I'll just put them all together and then I'll do an update, or I'll just wait. Maybe I'll do a live stream again tomorrow when I do all that. All right, so we'll get rid of that, and just so I'm not confused, and we'll just copy this one here. And then I need the rectangle, this one here. And I also need the set color here and here. This may as well be, we'll just return that to white. And then this is going to be, what did I say? 1 pixel by 1 pixel by space by 6. Forget what I just did, right? That could be 6. And that, oh, actually, no, this is going to have to be below this. So that's going to be 6. Do I want them to be 5 or do I want them to be 6? Let's make them 6